they go, "Oh, we have to figure out where the closest server is," and it's like
Oh.
they're like, "Oh, the closest server is Virginia," and it's like, there's one in New York. I'm pretty sure New York's closer to New York. Um, yeah. So that's my pet peeve. So this is Unholy Heights. It's a new game. It's a nice little indie title that came out. Supposedly you are, I think you're playing as the devil, and you're running an apartment complex. They look for a place to live. They pay you rent, and then they'll defeat like people who come and try to attack you, basically.
Yes, this is a newer Steam game.
Yep.
It just came out like a couple weeks ago or something, a week ago.
Yeah, about a week ago. There you go. That's so some of the simple, more simple controls, like they'll go to the job thing, the board right here, and they'll see, oh, like there's a free, I know all this. There's a free apartment. I'm looking for an apartment, and that is in my price range, and I like the way that apartment looks. So they will go in and fill up that apartment.
Okay, and then what, bad guys come and since they're staying there, they're going to fight for you?
Yeah, occasionally they will, yeah. And so, see, that guy didn't stay, and what'll happen is... Oh, someone's popular. No, that's room change. What'll happen is you can actually... There's like a board that you can bring up that will tell you this demon wants, this type of room, this demon wants this type of room, they're looking for this, this, and this, and you can try to accommodate them to make a room that fits their lifestyle. Early on, it makes more sense to kind of do that sort of thing, but later on in the game, it doesn't ever really seem to matter, because later on, you get the apartments so kind of pimped out that they're just like, oh, like, it has, like this has a flat screen TV, I'm just going to move into it. All right, and
Okay.
Trial appeared, so randomly people are going to come and attack my tenants. And I'm not going to accept this tenant right here because I'm actually trying to wait for a werewolf to come, which is why I bought the jump ropes, because they like exercising. There we go. And sometimes I've cheesed it that if you drop rent, they'll just move in, because they're like, that's a dirt cheap fucking apartment.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how you get a werewolf. There you go. And like you can boot people out if you want to. I don't like the centaurs, as it were.
Oh, here we go.
Yep. And so when someone attacks, and we have someone in the stream,
It's Stan.
yeah, hi Stan, telling us that we're absolutely amazing, and of course he's right. But yeah, I don't like actually, it's kind of funny. You can have some of your tenants can be racist against other tenants.
Nice.
So like, I think
The werewolves don't get along with the chickies.
well, no, like they're actually perfectly fine together. I think it's like the centaurs don't get along with the elemental people.
Okay.
So yeah, and like I can speed up like this guy, like he doesn't get along with centaurs. So I'm gonna evict you, and then I'm gonna drop your rent way down.
This whole side-scrolling 2D viewpoint just reminds me a lot of, Half-Minute Hero. When you're in the town, it just looks close,
Yeah.
similar.
It's actually pretty good. It's very similar to that, actually. And then, so the jobs will have different waves, and you can mouse over the board, so it's like this is the second wave. And then you just like, basically knock on the doors. That's me clicking on them. You'll hear like a little knock thing. and it's me just being like, "Yo, someone's here. You got to come out and fight."
Mm-hmm.
And then there you go, and they go in. And depending on the weather and their satisfaction, the more satisfied they are, um, the more satisfied that they are with the conditions that they're living in and everything like that, their like stats will go up. So that's kind of the level up. So if you actually make their room more satisfactory, and they'll randomly be like, "Oh, this room is awesome," and then they'll say something. Yeah, they're not saying anything right now, but they'll be like, "This room's awesome, but I'd love a TV." And so
then you give them a TV, and then their stats go up a little bit.
Well, and that's the thing is normally when they say something like that, it's like I'll be like, "Yeah, sure. Here's the worst TV I can possibly find right now."
Mm-hmm.
Boot him out, and let's see if I can get this elemental. There we go. Got the elemental, and it's just this room is too hot.
Hungry, and he's a game tester.
That sounds about right. Yeah. So, oh yeah, see, he hates elements, which is this guy right down here. So they do not get along. Those two groups of people do not get along.
And then after enough time, do you grow another level on your apartment building to hold?
Yeah. So what'll happen is I can go to the board right now, and there'll be more jobs. So I'll click on another job. I've undertaken another job. So what'll happen is now this is a 3-wave thing. So now those guys will start attacking, and now I just wait for them to do it. And after a certain amount of there's a certain job quest chain that they'll tell you about right here. Defeat the gang leader before construction. Yeah, so like there'll be like a defeat the gang leader mission that you can get. Get rid of you because the elemental's not happy. Drop rent down so he moves in. See, just like that.
Mm-hmm.
And it starts getting more complicated, especially when you have more monsters. And later on in the games, you will have they introduce more and more element. More and more. See, like right there's a multi-headed fish.
Yeah,
person.
what the hell is
yeah, what I don't know what the fuck that is. It's just kind of like wandering around. Yeah, but it gets more complicated because you actually have to start paying attention to keeping your clients happy, and you have to be very careful because sometimes if they're not happy, they won't pay rent, and sometimes they just won't fucking pay rent. It's not that they don't have money; they've just decided not to pay rent.
So this game's kind of SimCity Animal Crossing with a little bit of tower defense thrown in.
Yeah, with like this really weird kind of like half-minute hero art style. Yeah. And
it's definitely different. I mean, this is not your typical tower defense. This is not your typical SimCity. Yeah,
and like and also there's something else that happens is if someone's satisfied enough with a room, when a monster of the opposite sex, and not always of the opposite sex, sometimes it's not even of the same species, sees like a vacancy. So like right here, what happened is I had a male, whatever the fuck, wizard, Devi man.
Mm-hmm.
I had a male Devi man living here, and a female Devi man came, saw there was a free room, and became his lover. So what'll happen from here is if they continue to become satisfied with the living conditions, they will actually see. He said he needed a PC, so he got a calculator because that makes sense and is how that's how adults solve problems.
Sure.
Yeah. Entertainment. No, that wasn't playing.
I like how it's a little Xbox symbol. For the,
Yeah, no favoritism or anything there, right? And let me just drop some of the rent so you guys get happier faster. And yeah, just depending on how, like I said before, how happy they are.
So if you get two tenants living together,
They will actually have a child at some point.
yeah, they start breeding, and do they become like stronger in battle or something, or do you know?
Well, they'll become more satisfied, and you can use them both in battle at that point.
Okay.
So as opposed to just having like one Devi man, now I have a Devi man and a Devi
Plus
woman.
another one, yeah.
Absolutely.
The Devi mans. I like the
Devi men.
Very simple graphics. This is just some dude hand drawing some things. Really quick. Nothing fancy about it. Kind of, yeah. It's simple, but it gives the game its charm.
Yep. All right. You had a villager approaching and sent the monsters out. And this is something else that you can worry about with the room placement, because it's like I have like a close range, distance, close range guy.
Okay, yeah.
So if I can move, I can actually have them move rooms.
And move the range guys towards the end.
Yeah, so like when I click on them, they move faster and stuff, and yeah. I haven't gotten super far and deep into it that it's like, oh, these type of people like living next to these type of people. And normally when parents die, I evict the kids because I'm just that kind of an asshole. Well, the kids don't make money, so they just can continually, are just money sinks. But I have had succubuses live in the apartment before, and they haven't paid rent for like a month or something. And literally they just say, under the cover of night they escape. And it's like, wait, what? And it sucked because they were actually, their satisfaction was really high, so they were kind of like a really high level for me. They were really happy because they had never paid rent. Oh, I think I'm going to lose my werewolf. Yep.
This seems you get like one battle like in a day. You got the moon in the background. Obviously, this is nighttime. And I don't know if you noticed, but the moon and sun just, fly through, indicating a day and night cycle.
Yeah, absolutely. That's yep, what they do. See, and you see I love the sound that they're having sex, as you can see with the heart appearing right there. And it just kind of sounds like the sound of your nightmares. It's like a bat screeching, kind of. It's like...
No, again, it has its charm.
Yeah, absolutely.
How much was this game on Steam?
I think $4. So very much worth it. Yeah.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Yeah, and this is one of the ones that I ended up picking up with my trading card money.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, with Steam trading cards, there's actually, you can sell them, and I've just been kind of, I have no idea how the skeletons have sex, but they make it work, I think. I don't, that came out wrong, but I'm just I don't know how to rephrase it.
And for the people that are listening to this, maybe stream later, we're answering questions in the chat.
Yeah. Yeah. How do you have sex with just bones? And it's like, I don't know. I'm just gonna assume that he wants a portable radio, which they'll ask distinctly by name. He wants an altar of fish.
Yeah, so how does the Steam trading card thing work? Basically, if you buy a game on Steam, you get a card, and then you can trade cards for other things, kind of like Club Nintendo points or something?
Well, you get cards, and the cards you can use for badges. And when you get a card, you can use it to level it up, or what you're supposed to do is say you and I are friends and we have the same game, but you don't really care about getting a badge in say this game, but you really want to have the Portal 2 badge. And everyone has Portal 2, so what'll happen is I'll trade you my Portal 2 trading cards for your Unholy Heights trading cards.
Oh.
Yeah.
Another interesting twist on Steam,
Exactly.
Steam.
But what you can also do is go into the Steam Market and sell them for credits on the Steam Market.
Oh.
So I've just been going on the Steam market and selling all of my cards.
Yeah, which you can just use to buy more Steam games.
Which is what I've been doing, is just buying more Steam games with it.
Yeah, just it's basically, it's just like buying a console game, which is why I'm a little bit slower to jump to the move to digital games, because you can use, hard copy games as currency. You could go to GameStop, trade them in, you could sell them on eBay or whatever.
Steam now has the Family Share program, which is vastly more complicated than it sounds, but basically it's designed so if you are, I think it's like if I'm signed into my brother's computer, I can allow him access to certain games in my Steam library.
Mm-hmm.
And so what'll happen is if I sign into Steam while he's playing one of those games, it'll say, hey, Dan signed into Steam, you need to sign out, you have 5 minutes.
Oh, yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah, and it's really cool, and it'll, supposedly in the future it'll give you the option to just say, like, or just click here to buy it now.
Yeah. And that's what I've always kind of wondered about, like, the Xbox, like, family plan. Like, you can have, like, 4 people connected to one Xbox, but only on, like, one account. So it's just kind of, it's similar, but, playing Steam is just cool because, you can be signed into any computer and still play your games.
Yeah. And Steam has very kind of quietly had the Steam cloud working for years now. You've been able to save, like, just naturally save games into the cloud, and like certain things like your graphics settings that you will just, this is how I want my graphics set up on this.
Yeah.
And it'll just retain that from computer to computer if you want it to.
Yeah, which is awesome. I mean, Xbox Live has something similar. It's like I play with invert look on in all my first-person shooters, and it knows any kind of first-person shooter, it knows to put invert in by default, when I'm signed in under my profile, which is pretty cool. And it's only going to be taken
more like wrong vert, am I right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
So besides Unholy Heights, have you been playing anything else? I know you were on vacation. Anything new going on?
GTA is... I played a lot of GTA. I played some Tales of Xillia. Been playing a bunch of that.
When is the remake of Tales of Symphonia come out? That's
next year, and it's not just Symphonia is the thing.
Yeah,
it's Symphonia, and I believe the sequel that never came out in the States.
But that is going to be next year?
It's next year, yeah.
Because I thought I saw like a screenshot of like some limited edition box or something. But
it is.
Like the Japanese version.
Yeah. No, it's that. I think that's coming out in the States.
Oh.
It's $100 though.
Yeah, there's like you get like action figures or something.
They're
like
not action figures. They're
plushies.
They're basically androids. They're small figures.
Nah.
They're really cool, and I'd love it. And I pretty much buy every Tales game that comes out at this point. But
yeah, Namco's pretty good for those kind of things.
Iron Dumbbells.
I just recently picked up Diablo 3 on Xbox. So I just started playing that, and what was pretty cool, I didn't realize it at the time, but there's a Diablo 3 demo, of course, on Xbox Live, and like the demo goes on forever. Like I played the demo, and I actually for over an hour, and it just kept going. And then
it's like the first chapter or something.
Yeah,
stupid,
it's like
isn't
the whole. I didn't even play to the end because like it was just so long, and I just ran out of time before I had to go, take care of life problems, so I was like, so I just saved it, and I just played as like the barbarian. I just kind of like played through it, didn't take it too seriously, didn't really like worry about like my stats or my equipment because it was just the demo version. But then when I booted up the main version, when the full version, when I bought it, I was like, it's saved all my data, so like you can play the demo and just carry everything right over into the full version of the game, which is pretty cool. I mean, if I would have known that, I would have taken the demo a little bit more seriously and would have played it to the end so I can kind of get a little bit of a head start. But anyway, that was a couple weeks ago or whatever, a few weeks ago now when the demo came out, so I forgot what the hell was going on. So I kind of wanted to start over anyway. But I just started playing that, and then basically I just got to the point where I ended in the demo. But I haven't had a chance to play it online yet or anything, but I do have Diablo now. I wanted to play through that.
Cool.
Did you play through that on the PC? Because didn't you?
I've beaten Diablo 3.
Okay.
I'm not a huge. I wasn't a huge fan of it.
It's a little because I think we were talking about this before because the skill tree is
it's not a skill tree. It's basically just like what did you unlock this level?
Yeah, you reach this level, you unlock this skill.
Yeah, it I don't know. Like in the other Diablo, it felt like I was customizing my character. In this one, it felt like, oh well, we have to balance this for PvP. So, and this is the only sensible way to do it. And it's like, I don't want it to be sensible. I want it to be stupid and broken. That's how I play my games.
Well, that's Blizzard for you. They're going to take that stuff super seriously.
Well, and that's the thing is like I think that. A lot of the fun that I've had in the past with Blizzard stuff was when it was like it was good and balanced to start with, and then like people found out like broken shit and they just balanced it, like.
Yeah, the hardcore players are gonna find the one.
Yeah, it's they're gonna figure it out fucking regardless, and so they might as well just.
Yeah. Yeah, I need to play a little bit more. I'm still, really early into the game. I
was reading the patch notes today, and one of the funny ones that I saw was fixed a problem where with infinite rumble on the controller, which I thought was pretty good. So the controller would just start rumbling and never stop, and I'm like, wow, I don't know if I've ever seen that before.
I did run into that bug myself, so I'm not sure where that.
But it must have been enough people that were like, my controller won't stop.
Then just like unplug the batteries and then just replug them in. Not probably easy to get rid of, but
something, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like the monsters are kind of disposable in this game, if you've noticed.
So how much you have to save up a certain amount of gold to build the next tier of your
building? You have to finish a quest, which is this one, which is what I'm going to do that instead because
plus new okay
because you get new furniture.
That's what it was.
He wants a bookshelf. Iron dumbbells.
Even the sound effects are just simple, but still informative. It still tells you what's going on.
And they're having their horror sex in there.
I mean, even the backgrounds don't even move. We got a little bit of rain here, of course, but like the flag in the back is just static. It's just
it's just there. Their horror sex sounds. Oh God, make it stop!
Well, for
the love of God!
They are demons and ghouls and stuff. It kind of fits the Halloween upcoming theme.
There you go.
See, we're tying.
See, this wasn't this was thrown together at the last moment.
Right. We
planned this. This was all along. This is what we were thinking about.
What the hell is that?
That was a trade wagon. And basically, we just jacked the wagon.
Yeah, I can definitely see the half-minute hero inspiration in this game, which is fine, which is a good thing.
Yeah, absolutely. I want more inspiration of give me a rack. That's what she said. Oh. No.
Ooh, we're just full of great jokes tonight.
Shut up, okay? They can't all be wonderful. Alright.
So the enemies seem to be coming more frequently now.
Well, I'm
or you got the timer up?
I'm spawning them more frequently. Alright,
Oh, because you can do super fast forward.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I also can like go to the board and just be like, yeah, I need another quest.
So for our other listeners that are going on who have Xbox Live subscriptions, Halo 3 is free starting today. Download yourself a free Games for Gold.
And like, wasn't there was like a poker game that was free recently?
Yeah,
too?
that's always free. That's just free to play. There's a
full
poker
tilt
game.
poker.
Yeah, there's a poker game. There's actually I only played it once for like 10 minutes. I'm not sure what the hell was going on, but it was kind of like a God of War game that was free to play.
Okay.
Where you play as like this like god or something, and you could play it co-op. I think up to like 4 players. And it was like this, just third-person action game that it's kind of like a third-person Streets of Rage or Final Fight or something like that. But I didn't really play it a whole lot. But so Happy Wars, the poker game, and this I forget what the hell it's called. It's got like a weird name in it. It's a weird like pronoun. But so there's actually quite a few free-to-play games on Xbox Live now, and you can get achievements for them and everything. Don't have to pay anything. Kind of cool, a little bit different.
Yeah, they're having their horror sex again.
Did they make a baby or something yet?
Not yet. I think they need to be happier. Why will they stop having their horror sex? As soon as they're happy. No, actually, they.
So I wonder if they, if like a skeleton breeds with a.
They can. Yeah.
Like what the hell would the offspring be?
I don't know. There's like there's a wiki that you can go to.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that'll like be like this mating with this produces this.
Yeah. That fish thing is creepy.
Yeah, it is. It's actually kind of no. I'm just waiting for that guy. Oh, here it is, gang leader.
Warning, it's like a big Mega Man X.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
There we go.
Unholy Heights. I keep thinking of Unholy War, which was like the bad PlayStation 1 game.
That sounds awful.
Yeah, it wasn't very good from what I can remember, but oh, there you go. Whoa, smoked. So now what happens?
Nah, I wait for more people to come in.
Did he like take something?
Yeah, he looted me.
Oh, so he took all your money, or
no? He took some of my money.
Oh, so
not
that's
even
what
all of it.
Okay,
yeah.
so if you lose, you can essentially lose money until. So then, yeah, I guess how do you get game over when you just lose all your money or something?
I have no idea. I don't think there is a game over. I think you can just keep going.
Huh.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yep. But like this is around the time that it starts getting like really kind of like complicated and you're juggling shit.
Yeah, this is going to be intense as soon as you get that second tier, because now you have to juggle twice as many tenants. I'm sure, enemies are going to be coming faster.
Oh, and there starts to be new demons. And
yeah. So is it kind of like a rock, paper, scissors? Like a skeleton can beat a werewolf, but a werewolf can't beat a devil man or whatever?
Maybe. I have no idea.
Yeah.
No idea on that stuff. He wanted a desk, and I gave him a cardboard box, and he was like, "Yeah, that works." don't want your kind.
Now, you're using the mouse and keyboard.
And also, yeah, the mouse and keyboard, yeah. Yep. Yes, succubus. You sounded way too happy, but you're like a succubus. You're like,
Excellent.
Oh God, go on. Talk slower, Dan. It's like, what? No. This conversation is over.
It's always hard to. I mean, this is the first time that I'm seeing this game, so it's always hard to kind of narrate when you're trying to figure out what watch and see what the hell's going on and figure everything out. Especially when you get such a different type of game like this. This is not a typical, action adventure game RPG. It's a hybrid.
Yeah, it's a hybrid. There you go. We have some comments coming in the chat.
San says, so does this game rock?
Yeah, no, this game's actually pretty good.
All I see is doors and little 8-bit dudes.
Yeah, basically.
I don't even know if they're 8-bit. They're just like...
Yeah, they're just kind of like...
They're just like scribbles.
Yeah, they're sort of like, what is it, like Microsoft Paint art
Yeah,
guys.
That's exactly what this is. Nothing fancy at all. But again,
no, but it's like everything you want and like kind of like all this like little management shit and...
Yeah, it's all about the gameplay. It doesn't matter.
Yeah. They ain't got no time for that other shit.
And that's why the game's $4 though.
Yeah, it's dirt cheap.
I mean, these are the kind of games that, you want to find the sleeper hit games that are cheap. It's all about the gameplay, as opposed to like, the glitz and glamour of, nice music or great graphics or something like that. You just want to have fun with it.
And also horror sex, if we've learned anything.
True. To tie in the whole Halloween theme.
Yeah. We want to make sure that you're all traumatized forever and always.
That's what we like to do here from the site.
Make sure everyone is traumatized.
Then our job will be complete.
Yep.
I want to go play Mega Man X now.
Right? Just because of that warning?
Just because of the warning, and then the job board is making me think like Final Fantasy Tactics or something.
Yeah. Man, Tactics was a good game.
It was an awesome game.
New Disgaea came out recently, too.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
That's on PlayStation 3, right?
Yes, the PS3. Disgaea D2. So it's a direct sequel to the first Disgaea game.
Yeah, I played the first one like when it first came out, obviously years ago, but I never really got into it. That game was always like really, I thought it was really hard at the time from what I can remember.
I've played every single Disgaea that has ever come out. Except for this one. I haven't picked up this guy yet.
Yeah.
So...
And are they like on par with Tactics? Are they better than Final Fantasy Tactics?
I think they're better than Tactics just because they're... like Tactics is a game that...
And when you say Tactics, you mean like the PS1 game or the PSP remake? Or are you talking like the GBA or the DS Tactics, Final Fantasy Tactics?
Like the PS1. Yeah. Not.
Yeah,
I played the first GBA one. I didn't play the DS Tactics.
The DS. I thought the DS one was like the worst. I mean, they were all good games.
I didn't hear great things about the DS one.
Yeah, it was definitely the.
It was like
link.
It wasn't it like overly complicated for.
Yeah, it was. I liked the GBA one a lot. I mean, I thought that had, its own charm. I thought it worked really well for the GBA system. But then they basically just took the GBA game and just put it on DS without really like, it just like lost something. It's like I played this already. It's like I don't really want to play this exact same type of game with the same like style.
With like a slightly different.
Exactly.
Plot.
It just kind of it felt more like work after a while. I was like, I already played this. I don't really want to grind anymore. And then I just kind of gave up on it. I never beat the DS version. I put many hours into it, but then I just got to a point where I just hit a wall and I'm like, I'm done with this. I don't need to play this anymore.
Their horror sex. I really I got most of the way through the GBA one. I think someone had a kid. Yeah, there you go.
Oh yeah.
One of the succubi had a child.
This room rocks. Chuckle.
Yep, because they're always boning.
One tactics game that I always liked that I don't think ever really fully got the recognition that it deserves was just Tactics Ogre. And like the remake on PSP, I love that game. That game is awesome. That game is probably in my top.
Oh yeah, the PSP
time.
one.
Because originally it was on Super Nintendo in Japan, never came out here, and then they ported it to PS1, which is a rare game. I owned it on PS1, played the shit out of it then, but then they remade it for PSP the way it should be with a way better translation and.
For Final Fantasy Tactics?
No, I'm talking Tactics Ogre.
Oh, okay, yeah.
That game on PSP is friggin' awesome. Let Us Cling Together. It has a weird name, but that game is great. I mean, if you like Final Fantasy Tactics, you should like Tactics Ogre, maybe even a little bit more.
Yeah.
It's awesome. That's why we got to get it. We got to get you a PSP with some video outs. Stream some PSP games.
A friend of mine actually just bought one, and I was thinking about stealing his for that.
Yeah, you know what? There's actually a sale, I think, at GameStop right now, and they dropped the price of the PSP to, I think, $70. The PSP.
Yeah, well, I'm trying to convince my wife to let me buy a Wii U. So.
Yeah, I know it's at the point where it's like I really want to play, Wind Waker HD. I think they announced for Europe. I don't think they announced it here officially for the States, but I think they're going to have like a Mario bundle where you get New Super Mario Brothers and get New Super Luigi U in one bundle for like
fuck! Yes,
$250.
That sounds awesome. For $250?
Yeah. So I think you get both games for well, I think again this is Europe, and maybe I'm getting my details wrong. But
and it might be, it's like $300 for the bundle here, isn't it?
You can get. I think it's $299 if you get the Wii U version with Zelda. But the thing is Zelda is on the hard drive. It's not in disc format.
Yeah.
Whereas the European Mario Wii U bundle, I believe, and again I could be getting this wrong, but I believe it's both discs, which is good because the Wii U only has 32 gigs worth of space, which isn't a lot. But
it's more than you'd think.
It's more than you think, but if you're planning on having your Wii U for the whole console generation, the next 5 years, you'll be able to fill it up. I'm pretty sure, within a 5-year time span. So that's why I prefer to get the disc game because again, you can always trade them in, use them as currency if need be. But I hope they come out with that bundle here in the U.S. because that'd be the bundle that I would get. I
haven't made the full conversion over to digital on console yet, but I mean, for the most part, like PC.
Yeah, for PC, I can understand.
Like my Steam library is like 400 plus games.
Yeah, you got a shit ton of games.
Oh man, Stan's freaking out in the video in the chat. he is not happy that we that more people are not involved. Yeah.
But he's here making things entertaining.
Yeah, at least for us, so we can scope it out every now and then.
Right. So it's not just two schmucks talking about this weird-looking game.
Oh. Now he's inviting... Oh, God, he's inviting his friends. Oh, God. Oh, God.
I think this is about the time we sign off.
Yeah, I know. I'm like sitting here, I'm like, wait, does that mean we should leave? no, stop.
Well, it is getting a little late
Time
over
for
here.
me to hit the dusty trail. Gotta
We're gonna play some
go.
Diablo 3.
Yeah. Gotta go play some obscure, JRPGs.
Are you gonna get the new Disgaea?
Yeah, I'm actually planning on, and the new Pokemon game came out.
Oh yeah, X and Y. That sold like 4 million copies or something. Did pretty well.
Yeah, it sold crazy the first.
It's supposed to be the best one from reviews and stuff, from what I've read. It's like all 3D now and new animations and all this kind of stuff. They put more effort into it, more presentation values.
Yeah, and you get mounts supposedly.
You get mounts? Oh
Yeah.
yeah, I saw that. Yeah. You can like ride your Pokemon now. I mean, it was kind of the same thing like before. Like even in Black and White, you'd put Surf on, and you wouldn't like physically like mount them, but you can like travel in the rivers and you do the flying one. You could fly from city to city with your.
Well, this is more like I think like fast travel sort of.
Yeah, it's pretty much just like another. It's just I mean, Pokemon has always had it, but it looks a little bit better now, I believe, with the new version.
I think it's great that Penny Arcade did a comic on it, that other adults are still obsessed with Pokemon besides me.
Yeah, I mean, I played the shit out of Red and Blue, and then just very, few games after that. I mean, I mostly played like the Pokemon pinball games, but I'm like, do I really want to spend another 50 hours getting...
Can we talk about virtual sex one more time? You mean the virtual horror sex? Yeah, we can talk about virtual horror sex if you want.
For $4?
Yeah, we can talk about virtual horror sex.
Start up the Kickstarter.
Yeah, there you go. I'm more than happy to take money for talking about virtual horror sex.
With demons and ghouls and skeletons.
Mr. Stone. There we go. What's a happy tree? What's an electric fan? Smutty wallpaper. CD player. Alright, why am I here? Alright, so they're going to have sex. Tell me, what do you think? Let's get a virtual... Oh, God. He wants more virtual horror sex, apparently. I can't make virtual people have horror sex.
It has to happen.
It just happens naturally.
You can't just force something like that.
Yeah. They need to...
At least without paying them some type of money or something.
Yeah, something crazy, weird, sketchy like that. Mission complete. But yeah, they already had their virtual child from virtually having horror sex and making screaming sounds while they fuck. Yeah, you see, so it says he's content, and if you click through on it, it's, right there, this grows stronger based on the satisfaction. You see, you get some stat bonuses.
Okay. Give him an Xbox. That'll make him happy.
Oh, God. There, horror sex. Oh, right there, the succubi are fucking, and right here, if you want to talk about crazy, crazy things, fish people are living with this zombie person thing.
It's like a Medusa or something.
I don't know what the fuck
I don't know what that is either.
that is, but
That's
they just
MS Paint at its finest.
Yeah, they just definitely moved in together. There's like all kinds of weird things going on in the chat now that I think it's better if I just stay out of, I think. I don't even want to know what's going on in the chat. I'm glad that he's like in charge of things, I guess.
Sure.
Yeah, sure, you can live here. Oh God, I don't think I should have said that he was in charge of things. Yeah, that definitely went to his head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He'll shut down the site tomorrow.
Yeah, we just go and it's like for some reason it's actually literally spitting flames out of our computer. It's like, wait, what? How is this happening? I didn't know my monitor could spit literal flames.
Fuck, all those years of work just gone. Pull the plug.
Yeah. I didn't know I was in charge. Fuck you all! It's like, oh God. Oh, that's why no one wants to move in. It's too expensive. You want a jump rope. They're all needy. I guess they are kind of like sleeping on the floor and shit.
Give them the cardboard box.
Well, yeah.
Chuckle. Anyway, so this is Unholy Heights.
Yes, it is. And this has been us on Mygamer.
Yeah, this is us on Mygamer. We'll post it up live on demand later. So yeah, check us out, mygamer.com. We got our what the hell's our Twitter handle? Mygamer News at Mygamer News.
Yep.
We're there. Check us out.
Where can people find you?
I am at Zach Gaz on the Twitter.
Okay. I am at Gilman. You can also find me on my website if you ever care to at varms.net. And you can find us on this stream if you want to. Yeah, and we do this thing at least once a week. So come by on Wednesdays, check us out, see how it's going.
Bookmark our site.
Yeah. Yeah.
And let us know what game you want us to stream next week.
Yeah, we're more than happy to stream games and take suggestions. So thanks for watching, everyone.
Take it easy.
Yep. Laters.